G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. I haven't done a walkthrough video of my garden for some time, and I thought I'd do one now. It's kind of the start of autumn, and just to show you what's been happening in the garden. Please excuse the weeds. I'm not the best with keeping up to date with weeds, but let's start with this Chinese elm that's actually just starting to turn color. You can see getting some color in here. This tree does colour up, which is good. Usually Chinese elms don't colour up here in Melbourne as much, but this one's doing quite well. It's in a very shallow Japanese pot as well, so maybe that helps it along. But gorgeous, looking good, looking very nice with the colour. Now I'll just go through some other trees. This is a pine that I've repotted this year, and it's done really well after candle pruning in December. So I candle pruned in summer here in Melbourne, which is December. Start of summer, and you can see multiple buds in one spot, things like that. But you can see I haven't actually done my autumn maintenance yet. It's a bit too early. I'm just about to get started on that, to do some autumn maintenance in terms of bud selecting, needle plucking, and so on. So that's due for all that soon. We'll go into some tridents, and you can see this trident starting to colour up, just starting. So it'll be good to see it progress over autumn. Trunk's nice big trunk on that. Beautiful Japanese pot, of course. So that's looking good. This is beautiful big trident maple that I really am enjoying. Started to make it look very natural style, like a very much a deciduous tree rather than a triangle tree. And that trunk is huge. So it's a huge base. Very, very large base on that. Got some nice wounds that I might hollow out in the future to make it look interesting. So the bark sometimes is actually flaking off a little bit. You can see the bit there flaking off. So this is a very natural looking trident maple, starting to get nice reds in it as well, but needs a lot more years of development. Just got an olive in here. That olive I actually repotted that this year, and it exploded in growth. So if you ever have an olive that's not doing anything, get it repotted. I think. Just quickly, a pine that you would have seen, haven't decandled it, haven't bud selected it yet. Well, that's the fig from next door. Falls on my trees. But you can see how much after I candle pruned it in December. Look at the buds. There's 3, 4, 5 in that one spot just there. So that's really healthy, nice healthy tree. Looking forward to working on that in due time in autumn. This is one of my favourite trident maples at the moment. It's a huge, beautiful canopy tree, starting to get nice colour at the top, really looking nice and well and healthy. And it's a very natural style tree. You can see the twin trunk. And I've also tried to make the branches more upright, more deciduous-like, and looking really good. So the tree's coming along well. I haven't touched this Shimpaku just yet. It needs a bit of a prune. See how long it is in terms of the shoots, lots of long healthy shoots that have grown over the summer. Got to get into that, get that started. Then you've got some tridents that haven't really coloured up yet. We'll do in time, hopefully. Won't be long to get them going in with a bit more frost. This trident as well. Starting to colour up just at the top. And not much here. This one's starting to colour. Just starting to try to root over rock. Root on the side of a rock. So that's just starting to colour. This Shimpaku you saw recently after a restyle, getting that done. Got a nice Japanese maple just sitting up here waiting to get coloured up. It's got exposure, so hopefully it should be going well. Now I just want to quickly show you how my Shimpaku project, Shimpaku graft project's going, my approach grafting project. It's done really well. I've got another successful graft, so that's 3. The graft is up in this area here, so that's what I will just check that's fused into the main trunk, and it's looking really good. So that's another successful graft, and that's this bit up here. So I've got 3 now. I've got one that's twisted around there, another one that's twisted over this side, over here. So I've got 3 nice big grafts on this tree. I've got 2 more to go. This one is looking really good too. It's looking positive, but I've got to give a bit more time. Hopefully that keeps going. This is the branch here, so that's that one more. I've got this small one just in here, a bit further down, just probably needs another season. So not far away from me removing the Juniper spumata foliage, which is pretty horrible to deal with, prickly, does unsightly browns off everywhere. So once that's all gone, it's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful old juniper graft with a lovely, see the live vein there, and should be a pretty cool tree. Well, some of my other maples haven't started colouring, like this Japanese maple, maybe just starting to colour a little bit, hasn't really started just yet. That's got an amazing base, you can see that. This Triton also hasn't really coloured up yet, but it will do eventually. I think this, because it's in a more shadier spot, doesn't get as much sun, it doesn't colour up as much. So here I have a continuation of my walkthrough. These are all my Shimpaku Junipers, my minis mainly. This little one has had some work done in terms of cleaning up the foliage, just general maintenance work, and it's a lovely little semi-cascade now in a small pot. Still has wire on it, obviously to keep it set, and look forward to how it progresses this tree. It's just a matter of cleaning up and the cleaning up process on this tree now. Look at one of my favorite little minis. This one is actually a very, very tiny tree, very small in stature, palm of my hand kind of tree. It's very cute. Just needs a bit of maintenance work. Moving on to another lovely little more upright tree. It's actually quite nice. This one, just maintenance work again, cleaning up underneath the foliage, cleaning up all the long growth. It's got a nice slender trunk that moves really well. Nice pot to suit the tree. Now we've got a slightly bigger tree, thicker trunk, pot foliage work again, clean up underneath, clean the long bits, and so on. And this tree is looking really nice and lush and very pretty. One of my favourite trees in my collection is this semi-cascade juniper. It's quite old, very nice. Had to give it a big trim, but I'm thinking I'm going to remove that whole branch and come back to a informal upright kind of style, maybe a gin there. So look forward to maybe doing that work. Change the pot, of course, as well. Should be not a semi-cascade pot anymore. But yeah, I'm thinking about eliminating that branch. I think it'll look better without it, but we'll see how I go. And I'll let you know what happens and show you the results when I'm done. This is another little ripper. Again, just cleaning up foliage. I've done that already in autumn and it's looking quite good. There's a lot of trees in the background. Just trying to move them out of the way. But it's a lovely tree. That's the back of it, which looks good as well. So both sides look good, but I wanted the foliage pads on this side looking better. Nice gin shari along there with a live vein just there through to the top. Great little tree. Next one is a tree that I styled this year and I did feature on my channel. It was styled, wired, and actually repotted into this small pot, and it's done really well. So I actually had to trim it back pretty decently to get it nice and cleaned up. The other one, I did 3 of them, and this is another one that I did. Very cute little tree too, this one. Done really well, including, total restyle and repot as well. So it did really well. And the third one was this one as well. So they all did reasonably well. I had to actually clean them up, give them a trim, and everything as well, because they actually shot out quite a lot of foliage. So that was quite good. Just reaching over to get this one. Now this is an older tree that I've had in my collection for a while. It's got a beautiful movement trunk. I do need to do a bit more work on the foliage pads, but I think this one I'm going to be selling later in the year at our show in July. It's a lovely tree, will bring a lot of attention. So yeah, I'm probably putting this one up for sale at the July show at the club. So look out for it if you come into the show. It's a lovely movement trunk and it's a nice kind of bluish foliage, which looks quite good. Next tree is another Shimpaku that I actually featured on my channel a while ago. It's got big twisted up trunk, quite thick trunk too. This one's up for sale as well, so if you're interested, let me know about this one, and it'll be at the show for sale, but I always can look for buyers now as well. This little guy is quite a stunning little piece with a lot of nice deadwood. However, the foliage struggled this year. I wasn't sure. I think it's just the heat this year, but this beautiful gin, shari, lots of gins, lots of old wood. But the foliage wasn't as strong as I'd like it to be. But it's a really great tree in progress. This little guy also was a tree that I changed and repotted and styled. I think I did too much to this one. It actually threw juvenile foliage, which is a bit of a shame, but still growing, still healthy, but just threw out juvenile foliage, which I'm not happy about. But I'll give it time to recover and flush out and put out more Shimpaku type foliage. It's got that really juvenile procumbens type foliage at the moment. This tree is one of my favorites. It's a really nice tree in terms of it's styled well. It's got some gins, shari. It's a thicker trunk. It's the pot to the tree looks good. It always features in my exhibition as well because it's actually quite nice and lush and beautiful. It's actually the foliage pads are really well done. It's a nice tree that I really enjoy that one. Just reaching over to grab another one of my trees. This one is okay. Again, the foliage didn't do as well as I'd hoped to. I think it's just the heat this year in Melbourne. But this one has really nice gin and shari again. You can see the gins protruding to the right. They look actually pretty good. The foliage pads just struggled this year. I think it could have been the heat. Maybe I didn't have enough water to them. But yeah, it just struggled a little bit. I will have to let that recover. I've given it a trim already. It was just overgrown as well. This foliage tends to be a bit longer than the other Shimpaku foliage I have, so just got to keep an eye on it. Reaching over for this one. Again, this was featured on my channel, restyling this tree. Now it's a type of, I don't know what you call it, almost like a mini little radi kind of tree. Quite good. It's got a lovely shari along the trunk as well, and live vein, dead vein. Looks really good. With a bit of work, a bit more lime sulfuring, etc. This will look really nice tree. Probably a smaller pot too if I can get any down into them, but the base is quite wide. And I'm just pulling off the old moss there just so you can try and see the base. It's actually really nice and good movement and nice little tree. Just probably need another pot for it. Moving on to this one. I did want to show you this one. This one's, I did some work on it, but I didn't repot it this year. It's actually a little ripper tree, this one. It's got a really nice fat trunk, small tree, good first branch. Just the top needs to fill out a bit more. So very small, my hand size, as I like to show. But a lovely tree that will be repotted this year. And then probably my favorite in the collection. It's always been a favorite of mine. Lovely kind of little radi style, Shimpaku, really good. I gave it a bit of a cleanup already. Had a lot of overgrown foliage. Probably needs a bit more of a cleanup before I put it in the show on exhibition, but lovely tree. One of my favorites in my collection. This tree, probably remember that I did a demonstration on early in the year. It was slanting, it was falling down, and I raised it up and I tilted it up. But that's not the final pot. I just had to find a pot that lets it fit in that, lets the tree fit in it. So let me just move things out of the way so you can have a look. But yeah, this was more slanting on its horizontal pretty much. I raised it up and now it's actually looking pretty good at that angle. Just probably need a new pot. This is just temporary because I wanted to change the planting angle on the tree and keep it safe and in the position I want it to be. Final tree is medium-sized Shimpaku. This is probably my medium one, I guess. I've got a couple of bigger ones, but this is a nice medium size that just, probably a bit more of a cleanup, but looking pretty good, pretty lush, very mature looking tree. Looks like an old Shimpaku that's been growing for a while. Cleaning up process is always the same. Clean up underneath the branches. Anything that's growing long and too strong, you give it a trim and just keep the foliage pads nice and neat and it should be good. So just a final couple of things. These are my little black pine seedlings that I grew this year. There's some of them. I've got Trident maple seedlings growing. this year. Lots of those. And some more black pine seedlings as well, just to show you little projects that I'm doing. Also, just quickly, I'll show you a video when I finish up on this tree. I did say I was going to do some work on it, and there it is. I'll just do as a last reel on the end of this video so you guys can have a look. And just a couple more trees. This is an old oak that I also have for sale at a reasonably cheap price if you're in Melbourne. Really old oak if you're keen on. Nice one. There's a look at the Nabari. Bit of a promotion there if you like. And just I'll scroll over to one more tree over here. And this very, very tall, large fig is also for sale. It's a very big one. Very reasonably priced if you're in Melbourne. Have a look. Now, I haven't shown you any of my pines in detail because I'm going to do some work on my pines. I showed you that one just briefly, but I'm not going to show you just yet because I'm going to do some work on them because in autumn I do my bud selecting and needle plucking, so they'll look a lot better. So I'll just finish off with my Shimpaku Juniper that I worked on recently, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you around for more.